Hello everybody and welcome back to Little Norton. Now we're on the first day of mid-spring and well, the plans that I made last night they've changed a bit now because you remember I bought this field here and I was going to lime it and fertilize it. Well, I'm not going to do that now because all my grass fields are ready to harvest. So the first one I'm going to do is this one because that's the grass field for the hay bales for the sheep. This one is for the silage bales and these two are for the BGA. And I need to hurry up and get the bales ready because all my grass bales have all disappeared now. Even though they were all under here, well, they were along this wall, they've all disappeared. So I need to go and get some hay done. Because what I'll do is I'll cut the grass first on the field just for the sheep. Then I'll let it dry, and then we'll go along and ted it. Well, we'll ted it and let it dry, and then we'll row it up and collect the hay bales. And the other field I'm going to turn into silage bale, so I need to buy a silage wrapper, which I haven't got yet. Don't know how much they cost, but if I can't afford one, I'll just lease one or something. But I don't think they should be that expensive. Oh, excuse me. Let's just check on the sheep while we're here, see if they need any water. And see how the wool situation's going. Oh, still, yeah, okay. No, don't need any water, that's good. But yeah, I can't remember how many bales we actually got off this field last time. But quite a few. Now I'm not expecting the same amount of as hay bales, but you know, we might get close to it. Hey Mitika, how you doing today? Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. Allergy season. Hopefully I don't get doing that too much tonight. So you lie, so I come see you a little. What? Bless you. How do you say it in English? Oh, you saw me live, so you come to say hello. Ah, right, okay. I think that's what you mean, is it? Come on, go down. You don't want to go down for me? Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little early today. Not too early, just a couple of minutes early, that's all. But I decided to start a little early. That was from well, my English is not native language. Yes, I know, mate. I know English is not your native language. That's fine, mate. That's fine. If I can, if I have quite a few um people come into my stream, and I try and decipher what they say. So you're not on your own, mate. You're not on your own. But how are you doing today, anyway? Yeah, I don't want to get rid of the hedges, the bush. Yeah, so you've learnt, you've improved since you've been watching streamers on Twitch. That's good, mate. That's good. See, because Twitch is not there just to watch people playing games and stuff. It's also educational. You work too much. You haven't slept for 48 hours. Oh, okay. That's no good, mate. That's no good. Whoa. Whoa. What happened then? Oh, that was a big lag spike. Yeah, hopefully over the weekend you can get some good sleep, mate. What is it you do for work again? I can't remember. Well, yeah, you got to do what needs to be done. I agree, yeah, but you know, you don't. If you don't sleep properly, it affects your health and all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm saying that myself, but I don't sleep very well myself either. So, for exactly the same reason, because if there's something I need to do, I just stay. I stay awake and do it. So I'm just as bad. Process engineer for international company, like electrical harnesses. Oh, okay, okay. So you make the ones for the tractors, for the Fendt tractors. Okay, cool. Do you enjoy doing that? Because if you enjoy doing it, that's the main part, isn't it? It's no good working at a job that you hate. Oh, before you used to do class, but now you're doing fence. And it's a lot of work and you like it. Well, that's good, mate. That's good. You don't have the salary like in the UK. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, well, over here at least they have like a minimum wage anyway, so you're not allowed to work under a certain amount and get paid a certain amount rather. So, but I mean, it depends on what the cost of living's like where you are as well. You know what I mean? If it's a high cost of living but you're on a low wage, then it's no good, is it? You work 12 hours a day. You know, my one son, he works 12 hours. He's just gone to work. He works nights and he does 12-hour shifts. So I'm not lifting up the mowers just in case there's stuff that I've missed, so I don't want to miss too much. Well, I don't want to miss any if I can help it. Well, yeah, that's the only problem nowadays. You have to work so many hours to get a decent wage that, you know, it's not healthy for people. You know, because it affects your mental state and all sorts of stuff if you don't get proper sleep, you know what I mean? But what matters is I like what I do. Yeah, exactly. If you like what you do, that is the main thing. I mean, if you hate the job or you go to work and all you're doing is looking at the clock to see what time it is to go home, then it's not worth being there, is it? Yeah, it's normal for us office rats. So have you just finished work or are you on your way to work now? Oh, you just finished. Oh, okay. Because see, if you enjoy the work, why is my time on 0? It shouldn't be on 0. If you enjoy doing the work, then the time goes quickly, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It doesn't drag by. But if you don't like the job, then, you know, 12-hour shift can feel like 24-hour shift, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to have to check my key bindings because sometimes when I press certain keys, my time goes down to 0 instead of, and it shouldn't do. I don't know why it does that. Must have a key conflict or something. Ah, you relax on the balcony. You don't like people so they're too lazy. Well, some people are, yeah. Not everybody's lazy, but a lot of people are. Oh, I missed a bit there. Yeah, well, we have a little bit of drying potential today, so this should be okay for hay, I think. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 2-day weekend, yeah. Oh, what are you going to do with yourself with all that time off? Uh, you've got 3 other jobs? Wow. Right. Okay. So we can lift all them up. Turn that one off. Fold them up. Oh, close the gate. Well, if you're working 3 other jobs, then it's not very relaxing, is it? Really? Take this down to the BGA because I've got to go down there and pick up the windrower anyway. Oh no, actually I don't because I need to tend that other one for that field first, and then row it up when it turns into hay. But what I'll do is I'll drop these at the field, and then go back and ted the grass. You need to keep occupied. Yeah, I'm the same. You know, I don't like sitting around doing nothing. I have to have something to do. Right. These can stay here for now. Yeah, we'll just put them up here against the silo here. Well, no, it's not good because you're trying to solve a problem and then you can't figure it out. You can't figure it out, so you just stay awake and yeah, I'm exactly the same, mate. I'm exactly the same. Right, just go there. I mean, sometimes I've been on the computer so long trying to figure something out, I've literally fell asleep at the keyboard. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, what was I doing again? You can't remember what you were doing. It's no good for you. But you usually, I mean, if you stay awake and you actually figure out your problem, then it's a good thing. Maybe sometimes depends how big a problem it is. So you had a problem with the wife and you had to figure out, and so you spent money on her. Yeah, they're always happy at that, mate. They're always happy if you spend a bit of money on them. Well, mine is anyway. What happened to that? I'll go and get this one tedded and then we'll go and cut the others. Hey, Ian. I'm doing good, mate. Thank you. What about you? Tired, but you're good. Sorry about that. The wife just popped in. She must have heard me talking about spending money on her. You're tired, but you're good. Yeah, how's the wrist, mate? But it's funny how women work. I'll get punished because I spend the money on the phone, but at the same time he's happy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Matt. I know what you mean. Right, let's get this thing tedded. I know we have to wait until it goes a certain colour, because in seasons I believe it changes to a different colour. Can't just do it straight away, I don't think. So, but it's getting better. Well, at least it's getting better, mate. That's a good thing. How's the stream been so far? Well, I've only been streaming for half an hour, but it's going good. Going good. I've got this field mowed so far. Because I was going to, if you remember from last night, I was going to lime and fertilise the field, the new grass field that I bought, wasn't I, today? But because these fields have become ready to cut, I've decided I'm going to cut these because I need hay bales for the sheep, because all my grass bales have all disappeared. So it's quite urgent that I get them done. Yeah, see you later, mate. Hope you can manage to get some sleep. Don't work too hard. Yes, that's the key. So what you been up to today, Ian? School, work and watching YouTube. Okay. Me? Oh, I've just been working on a couple of little projects, that's all, and fixing up my website. Well, trying to. But yeah, there's actually a high school in Birmingham that had to close down the other day because there were people with COVID, so they've had to close the school down. So I don't know if that's going to affect other schools. It might do, but I don't know. maybe they'll look at it again. Because I'm not sure it was a good idea to open the schools, if I'm honest. But wasn't my decision. Oh, are they? Oh, okay, okay, okay. But I still think it was a bad idea for them to open them. Because the thing is, I mean, kids can go to school, mix with their friends in the class or whatever, whoever they're allowed to mix with, and then they go home, but they don't know what the other kids have, what the other kids are like. I mean, one of the other kids could have caught it from their family or something and passed it on to other kids in the school. Then they go home and pass it on to their family. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah. There's not long left, is there? But they were talking about it the other. Oh, excuse me. The other day on the news saying that they're thinking about holding a summer school. So who knows? You'd hate summer school. Well, the thing is, though, is I mean, kids have missed a lot of education over the last year. Now, I understand that, but I still don't think it was the best idea to open up the schools again. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because the thing is you have to try. He has to try and do what's best for the country, don't he? Do you know what I mean? And you know, people are complaining because the kids are not at school. And then when he said, "Okay, we'll open up the schools," people were complaining that they had to take their kids to school. So whatever he does wrong. Do you know what I mean? Something's always wrong for somebody. I think he should have just stuck to his guns and said, "No, no kids are going back to school." That would have been because that's what he originally said. But it was just all the pressure off everybody else that made him change his mind. Exactly, you can't please everybody. Hmm. I mean, he's trying his best, but you know, whatever he does, somebody's always like, "Oh, this ain't. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this." But yeah. Danger engaged. Hiya, mate. How you doing today? And thank you very much for the follow, mate. Even though the bot didn't pick up on that for some reason. Me, I'm great, mate. Thank you. How's your day been? Oh.
Danger engaged is now following. Welcome to the channel.
It's a bit late, but it did kick in eventually. I mean, I had an update for Streamlabs yesterday. Stream Elements, sorry, yesterday. And ever since then, the bot's been behind the chat for a couple of minutes. I mean, I got some followers yesterday, and you know, they didn't kick in straight away. It's a bit weird. Just another day, yeah. So whereabouts are you, mate? East coast of the UK. Oh, okay. What do you do over at on the East Coast? Oh, you're a landscaper. Oh, nice. Is there much work around though for that type of stuff? With the pandemic on? Yeah, it is a good job. Well, it is if you like the outdoors, I suppose. Some people don't like being outside, do they? Some people prefer working inside. But yeah, I'd love to do that sort of job. I'm an outdoorsy person, I am. Third week of starting back. Still a bit tricky. Ah, okay. Yeah, because, well, I suppose you can go to people's houses that have like a back gate where you can go through there because you're not allowed to go through the house at all, are you? So I suppose that'd be okay, but not everybody's got a house like that. Especially terraced houses, they don't have the back gates, do they? Okay, that's that. Right, if I jump out now, use this thing. So I don't know what I have to get up to. Don't even know. I don't even know if that works for the grass. Well, no, you wouldn't want to go through the house with all the equipment. I suppose you're right there. You know, you can get one of them little mini diggers, and get one of them straight through the living room. That'd be great. Yeah, why not indeed? Kart gaming, it's going good, mate. Thank you. How's it going with you? Good, good. And whereabouts are you, mate? Oop, stuck. Northeast England. Oh, okay. And what do you do up there? Oh, do you two guys know each other then? Ah, okay, okay. Do you work together, do you? Oh, right. Okay, okay, okay. Part of the community. Part of the firm. Right, I can go and get these two grass fields cut now. Get get them turned into some silage. Make some more lovely mono. Yeah, I did. I bought that new field last night. That's what I was saying earlier. I was going to do the fertilizing and lime on it, but because these fields are now ready to cut, I thought I'd get these done first. But I've got to cut that as well. I've got to go and cut that later and turn that into some silage bales. Yeah, it is a pretty big field. I mean, the yield on it this time won't be great. Actually, what's the yield on this? Let's put the mini-map up. Let's see what we're getting. Yeah, the yield on this is not good. But the yield on that won't be great because it's had no fertilizer or lime or anything. So I just have to grin and bear it, I suppose, this time around. Well, yeah, it's still better than nothing, yeah. Thing is, though, is it cost me 100, was it 120 grand or something? It was a bit pricey. But it's not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, I should have moved that. Never mind. No big loss. Am I liking this map? I love this map. Yeah, I've played it for a few weeks now, but it's only like this week that I've put seasons on it. And I've got to say, so far, I'm enjoying it more with seasons than it was without seasons. So I should have put it on in the first place. Which seasons am I using? What do you mean? Which seasons? There's only one, isn't there? Or do you mean which geo am I using? You know of at least 2 or 3. Really? 2 or 3 seasons? Well, I only know of the one. Are you confusing it with the geos? Oh, they're kind of bad, to be honest. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're probably rip-offs of this one then. I'm using the official one off ModHub anyway. You're not talking about the geos. Well, if you the geo I'm using anyway is Upton on 7. I mean, there's a few other UK ones that you can choose from. There's a Herefordshire one, a Wales one, a Sussex one, I think. Yeah, one for Sussex Farm. And there's a few others, but I've tried all those before, and because I don't know where this map is meant to be set, I know it's the UK, but I don't know where. I thought, well, I'll just use the Upton on 7 one because I haven't tried that one. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'll try it. Yeah, there's a Scottish one as well. Yes, yes. I believe there's a Northern Ireland one as well. I may be wrong on that, but I think there is. There's actually quite a few. If you look on ModHub, there's quite a few. But I mean, with the seasons, I don't see why anybody would use one that's not like the official one off ModHub, because at least you know it's been tested. But I didn't even know there were any other ones. Oh, you don't use it? I missed a bit there because I was looking at the chat. Okay, I'll get it later. Well, this is the first time I've used it in a while, actually. Probably about a year. Because I did use it before on Durango, a 4x map. And I had loads of animals and loads of fields on that as well, so... But that was like set in the desert. Well, sort of in the desert. I think it was Arizona. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find my save game for that and go back and see how it is. Because I haven't been on that for quite a while now. I enjoyed that map. But you start off with a couple of fields, and the one field I edited it myself and turned it into a placeable animal field, so I had loads of placeable animal shelters on there and stuff, and fruit trees and all sorts of stuff. It was cool. uh, dirt bikes and drive around. Yeah. Well, there are some maps like that. And I know on what's it called, Sussex Farm, there's a racetrack on there as well. There's actually a racetrack on the map. It's not a very big one, but you know. That's your kind of map. Well, it is actually a nice map. I played it in 17. I enjoyed it in 17. And I played it in 19 as well. See, the only thing is though, with me is I don't usually stay on maps very long. Oh, I don't stay on maps very long. Well, I'll tell a lie. It depends on the map itself. I mean, like Six Ashes, for instance, before I moved over to this one, I was on Six Ashes and I was on there for quite a while. And the only reason I left that one is because I had a problem with it in the first place and my save game got corrupted. So I had to start all over again, which I didn't mind. But then problems started appearing and it happened again. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not starting all over again because I'd been on there for weeks and weeks, you know what I mean? So I decided just to change to a different map and start fresh on a different map. And I actually started on Gatehead first, but I found problems on there where I couldn't get into fields and stuff because there was no gates into the fields, and yeah, that's not right. If you want to put a field without a gate on it, that's fine, but don't make it a viable field or don't make it a field with contracts. Do you know what I mean? Because there was a contract and I drove all the way down to the field with the harvester, and I couldn't do the contract because I couldn't get into the field. And then I even tried the other side of the field, and yeah, couldn't. So I gave that one up and moved on to here. And I'm really loving this map so far. Right, that's them done.